Hello students, welcome to our session, and today we are going to learn about chapter number 16. The name of this chapter is Importance of Water. Importance of water. We all know all living organisms which live on earth, they need food, they need their homes, and they need their water, and also they need different other things. But like all things, they also need water to survive their life. If they want to eat anything, then if they want to make food, they need water there. Plants also need water for doing photosynthesis process. All living organisms which live on earth, they all need water to fulfill their different purposes. In animals, in plants, in human being, water is very useful and very important in our and their life. In this chapter, we have also some topics about water, how water is useful for us and how we get water, sources of water. Water is essential for the survival and existence of all living organisms, including humans. As I said to you, all living organisms which live on earth, they all need water. You all use water every day for various activities in your textbook. Also on page number 215 you have figure 15.1 available. In this figure you can see the examples are given there for how ways we use water in our daily life. For drinking we use water, then bathing, then washing clothes. There are many activities in our life, in our day, where we use water. In table 16.1, list all the activities for which you use water and approximate amount of water you use in a day for each activity. A few activities are given, you may add more activities to the list. That means in table you can see that some activities are given there. For example, activity drinking, how much water used there? 1 to 2 liters. Brushing, how much water used there? 500 milliliter or 0.5 liter. For bathing, how much water used there? It depend on different people. For example, when a child bath, they use water is less compared to adult person. Then other activities also we have here: washing utensils, washing clothes, then mopping in toilets. At different activities we use water. So here 1 to 7 activities are given here. 8, 9, 10 you have to find out other activities and write down there. For example, making a tea, making food, like this. From the above table you can make an estimate of how much water is needed by your daily. In the same way, you can also make an estimate of how much water is needed by your family. Yes, we all use, I also use, and my family member also use water for their purposes. So using this you have to make an estimate of how much water is needed by your family, your area, your city, your country, etc. in a day. If we find out this quantity, then we will find out the much amount of water we used by different person for their different purposes. Then water a natural resource. Now you are familiar with the natural and artificial world. Water is a natural resource. In chapter 14 you learned about that 75% of the earth's surface is covered with water. How many percentage? 75% of the earth's surface is covered by water. About 2% of water exists in solid form. For example, in ice. Out of the rest, 98%, about 97.4% is present in oceans and seas and is salty. We all know the taste of water. taste of water of the oceans always in which form, which in salty. Only 0.6% of water is fresh water, of which 1.98% is present in ice caps and glaciers. 0.61% is groundwater and only 0.01% is available for consumption. You can also see here first earth 75% is water. Total 75% surface of earth is covered by water. Only 25% is land, which human being can live on this percent. How many? 25%. Then in 75% water, 2% is solid. In which form? In ice form. Solid, liquid and gas. Solid, that means solid form of water, that means in which form? In ice form. 98% is liquid. 98% is liquid. In them, 97.4 is saline. In salty, 0.6% is fresh water. 0.6% is fresh water, that means we can use them. 1.98% in ice caps and glaciers. Then 0.61% is groundwater, and from groundwater we can get water in wells and hand pumps. Then 0.01% is available for consumption. So you can see here how many percentage of water available, 75%, but in all them we can use only like this water surface, 1.90 in ice caps and glaciers, then 0.61 is groundwater, then 0.01% is available for consumption. So you can see here the chart also available with the percentage of water, how many percentage available water in which state. From figure 16.2 you can conclude that most of the water available on the earth is not fit for consumption, hence there is need to conserve water. From figure 16.2, which is available on page number 216 in your textbook, from this you can conclude that most of the water available on the earth is not fit for consumption. All water we cannot use them for our purposes, hence there is need to conserve water. There is need to conserve water. If we use them in proper way, then we will get them in our future time also, because we have many less amount of water for consumption. Now, importance of water. Water is very important in our life. Importance of water. Water is an essential and integral component of all living beings. All living beings which live on earth, they all need water for making their food also, for drinking also, in breathing. All processes which have done in our body, these all processes use water in different ways. It plays an irreplaceable role in the survival and existence of living organisms. It is the basic need of all living organisms. It is a basic need of all living organisms. About 70% of human body is composed of water. How many? 70% of human body is composed of water. From 100% we have composed 70% of our body surface with water. Water is important for human in the following ways. On page number 217 we have some ways how water is important. First, digestion of food in the stomach takes place with the help of water. In our body, digestion process will done in our body in stomach takes place with the help of water. Then blood consisting of water and blood cells absorbs digested food and also helps in transpiration of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the body. We all know if we want to live our life on earth, then we use two gases, first carbon dioxide and second oxygen. We breathe in oxygen and we breathe out carbon dioxide, and for this process we also use water there. Water helps in excretion of fats from the body in the form of sweat and urine. In this form, we take out water from our body, and this fulfilled by the water in our body in next time. Water also maintains the body temperature. In summer, we sweat a lot, which has a cooling effect. Water also maintains our body temperature in summer. Then we have also figure 16.3 available. You can see in your textbook on page number 217. Listen students, in our science all things will go, all things going with the figure, with the activities which are in our textbooks. So when you watch this video, try to keep book with you because you can see figures and activity in your textbook easily. So now look in figure 16.3. Therefore an average human should drink 2 to 3 liters of water daily to make up for this loss. You can see that there is a one person drop and how much water use and how much water will come out from the body in which phase. About 2 to 3 liters through drinking, about 1 liter through food go in our body, about 0.25 liter is manufactured by human body. Now go out, about 0.5 to 1 liter through sweating, about 1.5 to 2 liter through urine, and about 0.5 liter through exhalation. That means take in and take out. So like this we 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 get water and we also they go out from our body. About 30% of plant body weight is water. Water is important for plants. Like us, water is very important for plants. Now we look how a large amount of water is needed by plants during photosynthesis process. We all know about the photosynthesis process. Plants make their own food by their own self. This process is called photosynthesis process and they use water for this process. Water helps in transportation of minerals among different parts of the plant body. Water is very important for the germination of seeds. You have already learned about the germination of seeds. In this process also use water. Plants also water continuously through their leaves by transpiration. First, plant make their food by their own self. Now they transfer this food to all their body parts and this food will go to every part using water. Like human body, animals also contain a large proportion of water in their bodies. About 80% of the elephant's body consists of water. Elephant's body, how many percentage consist of water? 80% of consist of water. Like human body consists 70% of water. Like us, animal also use water, plants also use water. In animals, elephant use 80% of body consists of water. Some plants and animals live in water. Some plants and animals also live in water. For example, aquatic plants and aquatic animals. For example, fish, whales and dolphins. Fish, whales and dolphins are water animals. They are called water animals because they live in water. They are called aquatic organisms. The organisms which live in water, they are called aquatic organisms. For example, fish, whales and dolphins, they are all called aquatic organisms because they are live in water. Hydrilla, lotus, etc. are water plants. They are also called aquatic plants because they grow under surface of the water, on the surface of the water, but they all grow in water, so they are called the aquatic plants of water. We have also other uses of water. In other ways, how we use water. The largest amount of water is used in agriculture. You can see in figure 16.4a, agriculture. For agriculture, we also use water. A large amount of water is required in many industries. In industries also they use water, such as how types of industries: chemical industries, paper mills, steel mill, petroleum refineries, fertilizers and rayon industries. These all types of industries also use water. These all industries produce different things which we use for our purposes, and for making this they use water. Water is also used for producing electricity. On dams, you can see that they produce electricity. They are using water. Hydroelectricity, we call them hydroelectricity, in which the force of falling water, hydropower, is used for produce electricity. You can also see in figure 16.4 number B. In number A, water used for imagination, then water used for generation of electricity. Water acts as a coolant in power generation from fossil fuels and nuclear fuels, and also in car radiators. In all them, water is work there as coolest power, keep them cool at cooled temperature. Water is used for also in fire, cleaning steels and stations. At different places, if we want to clean them, then also water is used there. Some people in Kashmir and Kerala live in boats. These boats are called houseboats. You can see Indi houseboats available. In some countries, the people use houseboat to staying there. Ships, boats and sailboats are used for transport human and goods from one place to another. Means of transport: using oceans, using ships, they do transportation process. Water is also used for as the transport means. Water is needed for many recreation and sport activities such as swimming, river rafting, boating and water skiing. Like this, water is used at different places and also we can do different activities using water. Water is very important for us. So in this session we have discussed about the some topics from our textbook, how water is useful to us, importance of water. Now we will meet in our next session with our part 2 of this chapter. Till then, take care.